During a routine prenatal checkup, a male doctor took advantage of a moment when the pregnant woman's view was obstructed. Quietly, he removed his gloves and began the examination in a disturbing and inappropriate way. The woman Irene instantly sensed something was wrong. But faced with the doctor's professional and composed demeanor, she suppressed her doubts and kept silent. Back home, the more she thought about it, the more disturbed she became. The strange sensation during the exam convinced her that she had been violated. She rushed into the bathroom and scrubbed herself furiously, trying to wash away the feeling of being defiled. When her husband Peter came home from work, Irene couldn't hold it in any longer. She ran into his arms and broke down, recounting everything that had happened that day. Peter was furious. They both knew that if they stayed silent, more pregnant women could fall victim in the future. Without hesitation, they decided to call the police. Although the doctor adamantly denied the accusations, media coverage brought the story into the spotlight. Soon many other victims came forward. Unable to withstand the public outrage and mounting pressure, the doctor ultimately took his own life. Overnight, Irene and Peter became heroes. Online, they were praised and supported by countless strangers. They even made a substantial amount of money from the publicity. Time passed. A few months later, Irene gave birth to a healthy baby girl. While recovering during her postpartum period, she had the idea to build a sunroom garden in the backyard. Peter happily agreed and, wanting to better care for his wife, hired a live-in nanny to help out. But something about the nanny seemed off. She dressed elegantly, moved gracefully, more like a socialite than someone working as a nanny. Noticing Irene's suspicion, the nanny Annie explained that she had recently lost her own child. Due to injuries from the incident, she could no longer have children and had taken the job to fulfill her dream of being a mother in some way. Irene was moved by her story and hired her on the spot. Just then, Peter returned home from work. Irene stood up to greet him, accidentally dropping one of her earrings on the floor. Annie glanced at it but said nothing. Watching the couple interact lovingly, she quietly picked up the earring and slipped it into the baby's mouth. Moments later, she shouted in alarm, pretending to have just found the earring in the baby's mouth. The couple rushed over, horrified by what could have happened, and overwhelmed with gratitude for Annie's attentiveness. Trusting her completely, they handed over full responsibility for the baby's care. The next day, Annie moved into the villa, bringing with her a wind chime that she claimed would help soothe the baby. Irene didn't think much of it and gladly welcomed the idea. That night while the household slept, Annie crept into the baby's room. Staring at the child's peaceful face, her expression twisted with rage. Her eyes burned with hatred as she slowly picked up a pillow,